Do you remember Katy Perry's 4-day-long live stream? Well, I rewatched the entire thing and it was a hot mess. Katy Perry, singer, songwriter, shoe designer, amateur stage diver. Did somebody say skip chanteuse?
Did somebody say skipping dong?
And live streamer?
I really have to pick my nose. I'm doing it. I gotta pick it. It was bugging me.
In 2017, Katy ventured into releasing her 5th studio album, Witness.
Oh my God, what is it called?
Witness.
Okay, I'm looking that one up.
After taking a music hiatus to focus on her mental health, she promised her return with an era of purposeful pop. A statement that she will come to regret immensely.
I think it's definitely a new era for me. I call it an era of purposeful pop.
I want to make a completely separate video on the entire Witness era, but for the purpose of giving background for this video, Katy got a bunch of criticism and hate during this album cycle. People criticized Bon Appetit for being a giant sexual innuendo and didn't fit the purposeful pop message that Katy was initially pushing. There was also criticism about Swish Swish being petty as it was a diss track about Taylor Swift. Once again, not being very purposeful. It also got a lot of hate for being included in every single exercise bike class playlist, but what can you do? It's a bop with a BPM. Katy also received massive hate for her haircut. Katy's signature look was her long black hair, however for this era, Katy changed her hair to blonde. Funnily enough, this is her natural hair color. She then went one step further by getting a pixie cut. The general consensus was Katy did not look good with this new hairstyle and it led to this giant hate train. Katy's interviews and performances during this era were also labeled as cringe, and let's be honest, the Saturday Night Live Bon Appetit performance was mega cringe. So Katy Perry's likability during this era was the lowest that it had ever been. This of course leads into Witness Worldwide, a live stream where she spent 96 hours inside of a house broadcasting every single moment of her life, so that we can witness it all. Witness Worldwide was an incredibly creative idea. This had never been done before. Sure, this isn't the first time that people have been recorded inside of their homes, the most popular example being the show Big Brother. However, this was the first time that a celebrity had done something like this. Someone that the world viewed as inaccessible has now become the most accessible person on the planet. The closest comparison is 24 Hours of Love, where Courtney Love controlled what was played on MTV2 for a day. However, that was still a lot more produced, and there were breaks where Courtney could be off camera while music videos were playing. 2017 was an interesting time for celebrity accessibility on the internet. In the late 2000s and early 2010s, celebrities were exposing everything about themselves on the internet. The good, the bad, the ugly. But around 2016 to 2017, celebrities started to take a step back. Witness Worldwide was on the cusp of this switch. I could never see a celebrity as high profile as Katy Perry ever doing something like this today. This was truly a once in a lifetime, never to be repeated event. It was also a fantastic way to promote her album. The live stream attracted 49 million people across 190 countries. It's unclear whether that is including repeat viewers, but regardless, every single person that was going onto the YouTube homepage was welcomed to a banner that read, "Watch Katy Perry live. Witness Worldwide." In every conversation that Katy Perry had, she used that opportunity to promote her album, name-dropping the album, name-dropping song titles, fun facts about the album, what the recording process was like. She was working into overdrive. Witness was the most commonly used word that Katy would say. Instead of saying things like, "I can't wait to see my friends," she would say, "I can't wait to witness my friends." Speaking of friends, she wouldn't use the word friends, she would say witnesses. "This is my old friend?" No. "This is my witness of many years."
But as one of my witnesses for, what, over 7 years?
The first day was incredibly chill. It was move-in day. Katy is setting herself up, getting familiar with the space. This is clearly not Katy Perry's real house. That would actually be the convent, where a group of nuns sued Katy for invalid purchase, and then one of the nuns died in court with her final words being, "Katy Perry, please stop." With context, the nuns had already sold the convent to somebody else, however the court held that the nuns did not have the right to sell the property, so Katy's purchase through the Archdiocese was valid. The livestream was filmed at the Kim Sing Theatre in Chinatown, LA. The location was undisclosed while the stream was running because they obviously did not want a bunch of people loitering outside disrupting the stream. The location is usually used for private functions like weddings, however it was renovated to look like a multi-million-dollar mansion with an aesthetic that matched the Witness album. Avant-garde, gaudy, retrofuturism you might say. Let's do a quick rundown of the house for world building purposes. The focal point of the house is the kitchen and living room. The front door is found at the far end of the living room. This is where guests will ring the doorbell, where the sound is an a cappella snippet of Katy Perry singing, "Can I get a witness?" At the other end of the kitchen, there is a sitting room and a glam room. Going upstairs, there is a meditation area, and then down the hallway is Katy's bedroom. The outside area is an atrium next to the kitchen, and walking to the other side of the atrium, there is a workout room, as well as a music rehearsal space. I'll also quickly introduce you to 3 recurring characters of this livestream because you'll see them a bunch in the background. Firstly, we have Aya. She is the director of the livestream. We then have Tamra, Katy Perry's assistant, and Nugget, Katy's toy poodle.
Would my muffin be enough to stimulate?
Okay. Whatever that means.
The main activity of the day was performing a bunch of songs from the album, counting down to its release at midnight. The exact same day, Taylor Swift drops her entire back catalog onto streaming services after years of not having it on there due to compensation disputes. The Taylor Swift-Katy Perry feud is still ongoing. I've spoken about the entire history of the Taylor Swift-Katy Perry feud on my channel several times, mainly in my 2014 VMA video and my 2017 VMA video that you should go watch. But let's try to summarize it in 30 seconds. There were 3 tour dancers that danced on Katy Perry's tour. Katy's tour ended and the dancers had to go find other work, but she offered them a spot in her next tour when she ever decides to do it. The dancers went on tour with Taylor Swift. Katy then called up the dancers saying that she was planning her next tour. The dancers went to go talk to Taylor about leaving. They were fired. Katy tried to ring Taylor to defuse the situation. Calls ignored. Bad Blood was released as a single that was clearly about Katy Perry. Katy was dragged through the mud. 3 years later, Katy released her response song, Swish Swish, but says she wants to bury the hatchet. This leads us to today. The back catalog is released, trying to draw attention away from Witness. Mess. The following morning, Katy Perry is wide awake and does a Q&A. Her fans are dragging her.
I was not farting a lot. I do not wet the bed. I used to when I was a child, but I'm not a child in that sense of the way. Someone just said that Witness is #1 in 36 countries. How many countries are there in the world?
She talked about a dream she had about going on a road trip with Selena Gomez.
I had a dream that I was on a road trip with Selena Gomez. Hi, Selena.
She then does her daily intention, even though she does not know what the word means.
Okay, should we do our daily intention? Let's look up what the word intention means first and foremost, okay?
While Katy was sleeping, a creator spent 9 hours setting up a bunch of dominoes.
Fire.
Katy then gets her makeup done by YouTube makeup artist Laura Lee. This was before the Crocodile Tears apology video, you guys.
It's probably the hardest things I've ever done.
She then does yoga with Jessie Tyler Ferguson.
I literally thought Namaste was just like a way to end.
They make some fart jokes.
We're just 2 happy babies.
Look at that, Mary.
Katy then joins Neil deGrasse Tyson on an episode of his show, Star Talk. Since we've made it this far, please do not forget to subscribe if you have not done so already. I remember Katy Perry being dragged for the things that she said in this interview. It was basically a bunch of haters calling her stupid for not knowing certain things or being inquisitive.
I love educating myself, and I'm such a sponge, and I'm so curious, and that's what it's got me here. But the more that I learn, the more I realize I know nothing.
It's crazy to think about because Katy was admitting herself that she was not intelligent about math or science, and instead of people taking the view of it's great that she wants to be educated, people instead chose to bully her for not being smart enough. I come from the mindset of, has that been there the entire time? It looks like I'm about to perform Come and Get It. Okay, I come from the mindset that there are no stupid questions. So for Katy Perry to be inquisitive, like, stop being a hater. It really shows how big the Katy Perry hate train was at the time. People were trying to bake cakes out of the smallest crumbs.
Is math related to science?
People thought it was really stupid that she asked whether math was related to science, but the answer is not as straightforward as you think. Like, is math a type of science? Yes, but is math class the same as science class in school?
Oh.
Well, no. Is the addition of 2 + 2 related to photosynthesis? Probably not.
Math is the language of the universe.
Did we invent it, or?
Yeah, we kind of invented it.
As a language.
People also thought she was incredibly dumb for asking this, but once again, like, did we invent it or did we discover it, you know? Like, there is math found in nature, we didn't invent that, like, haters are gonna be haters. On top of all of this, it is super clear that Katy Perry is playing up the goofiness, like, that is who she is.
Most people who could be born will never be born. Will never even exist. So the fact
like
that
sperm.
okay, yeah, sure, yeah. One gets in.
I mean, it's science.
The rest don't.
So where do they go?
They're dead.
Katy then does a therapy session with Dr. Suri Satnam Singh. There was a meme that Dr. Suri was a lizard because of the way that he stuck out his tongue.
I guess it's not gonna happen.
No,
Doctor, I got some short nerves.
She talks about wanting to be Katherine Hudson more than she is Katy Perry. She also addresses people's criticisms of her hair. Katy explains that one of the reasons why she cut her hair was that she no longer wanted to look like Katy Perry, the entity.
You know, people like talk about my hair, right?
Yes.
And they don't like it. Or they wish that like it was longer.
Uh-huh.
And like, I so badly want to be Katherine Hudson that I don't even want to look like Katy Perry anymore sometimes.
Okay.
And like, that is a little bit of why I cut my hair, is because I really want to be my authentic self.
As Katy broke down, a lot of people considered her reaction premeditated as a way to get clicks and views, which would ultimately translate to album sales. Gordon Ramsay then comes over to film an episode of his show, The F Word. The F Word?
Let's talk about the F word.
What is the F word? Firework? Gordon is giving her cooking instructions, but the gag is she cannot see what he is doing.
This is great because this is one of my challenges, and this is what I need to start doing more in life, is I just need to listen.
Yes.
I just need to be a listener so that I can actually truly be a great witness.
Exactly.
A woman in the kitchen saying that she needs to listen more. Calling all incels, calling all incels. He ends up speeding way ahead of her for entertainment purposes, of course.
The size! I haven't even put them in the pan. How many did you put in the pan already?
Are you with me?
No, I'm not with you.
Gordon Ramsay.
You are ready.
For the most exciting part of my weekend, we're ready to plate.
Is that what it is? That's
Now.
like me finishing a record.
Can I get a witness?
Katy then hosts a dinner party with Anna Kendrick, Dita Von Teese, Cleo Wade, Mia Moretti, Diarra Ballinger, a fan called Camila.
Are you nervous? Yeah. It's okay. Just like we can like breathe in.
Did you win this?
How long have you been a kitty cat?
And let's not forget Sia, who must have gotten permission from Beyonce to leave the basement for a night.
Can you tell the Brazilian people that I am not in Beyonce's basement?
That is exactly what Beyonce would want you to say.
I'm right here, guys. I'm here. I'm in Katie's
She's in my basement.
Sia is wearing Groucho glasses to hide her face instead of her usually oversized wigs. Sia asks Katy whether she has had to censor herself at all while being in the house, and Katy responds saying not at all, which, come on now. No one is 100% themselves when they are being recorded for the entire world to witness. They then sit down for a sisterhood dinner where Cleo Wade sets the mood very clearly, that women should speak openly with each other and not consider one another as competition. Katy Perry is filling in every gap in the conversation during this dinner. This is actually an important point to address. During the entire live stream, Katy Perry is filling the void of every moment of silence with a random thought or gibberish. My favorite was this tick that she had where she kept on saying, I like to move it, move it.
I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it.
I like to move it, move it.
I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it.
move it.
It is incredibly challenging trying to hold people's attention. I mean, not even all of you are going to complete the entirety of this video. Back when I was making TikToks, the average watch time was 2 seconds. So to try and hold people's attention in an unedited live stream 24/7, she was in the trenches.
Mom, 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 mom. Oh my God, say. I miss Nugget.
But she actually does a very good job at keeping people interested. I could totally see Katy Perry rivaling Terry Joe or Pinky Doll on TikTok Live. Oh my God. Katy Perry doing an NPC live? Thank you, I like to move it, I like to move it. Can I get a witness? Can I get a I like to move it. Back to the dinner, Patty Jenkins, the director of Wonder Woman, shows up fashionably late, about 30 minutes into the dinner.
So you call someone you can trust and you have a conversation. Yeah, you can.
This dinner started at like 9 p.m. Why are you so late? Katy tells us that she farts all night.
By the way, I'm like sleeping in this house by myself.
Oh my God.
And I take my microphone off and I just let it rip.
Oh my God. Time and place.
Sia tells Patty that she is directing a movie that will end up being music.
I'm directing my first
Get out of here.
A movie where Sia had 2 people on the spectrum advising her at all times. The movie was filmed around the same time as Witness Worldwide, but it took years to edit and it kept on getting delayed. For reasons.
Katy Perry, hottest mess.
Wait, did you just say hot mess?
Yes.
Oh my God, yes, hot mess. The next morning, Katy Perry has the most traumatic wake-up call.
They know what is right, but they don't know what is right. They just strut.
Nugget is going crazy trying to protect Katy from getting attacked, but as soon as the left shark lunges, Nugget retreats. Left shark is revealed to be Nicki Minaj that proceeds to perform a rendition of her verse.
Don't be trying to double back, I already despise you.
Yes.
Nugget then runs after Nicki, continuously barking while Katy is getting in her iPad time.
Katy?
Nugget.
You can notice that Katy Perry has a lot of energy in the morning. That could never be me. I also love that she reminds herself to only sing copyright-free music. I mean, outside of the Witness album, of course.
Oh, when the saints go marching in. Oh, when the saints go marching in. You know I want to be in that number. Whoa!
Fun fact, that is why you always hear people singing Amazing Grace on TV shows. She then goes outside to talk to the artist that did murals for her while she was sleeping.
Whole summer there, and it was just me and the boys, and I was always one of the boys.
Babe, your first album was titled after a song about not wanting to be one of the boys. She also keeps on smelling the art because they still smell like wet paint. For breakfast, she has a green powdered drink and half an avocado.
I'm wide awake.
At 11:15, she goes for her morning poo. Katy then does a guided meditation with Tara Brach. I'm sure Tara was meditating away all of the frustrations of her having to wait around for Katy's tardiness. Tara must have been waiting there for a while because while Katy is getting out of bed, you can hear a producer on the mic saying this.
Copy that. Can we hold Tara off for 10 minutes? Holding Tara off for 10 minutes.
It's also important to mention that Katy was always running behind schedule.
Are we an hour behind?
We are like 2.5.
Okay. Can we delay the dinner by an hour?
It's not necessarily Katy's fault. There should have been someone in the room at all times cutting things short and saying, okay, we're going to move on to the next thing, because this leads to Katy Perry eating dinner at like 9 p.m. instead of 7 p.m. or going to bed at like 3 a.m. in the morning. Katy then eats a frittata and is being a major iPad baby. She is watching people covering her songs. Katy then does a workout with Magnus. She randomly starts jump roping while he starts talking. The workouts themselves are very accessible to people at home to follow along and do, but to watch, incredibly goofy. The workout is also a great opportunity for her to play songs from her album.
This is what I call a delicious bagel.
She is in constant Emma Roberts mode. The tongue won't fit in the mouth. After the workout, she recreates her Saturday Night Live Bon Appetit performance. Mario Lopez and Mel Culpepper then come over to talk about the Boys and Girls Club. She then does a podcast with Ariana Huffington.
Amazing. And that's the book I wrote after I collapsed.
During the podcast, Ariana asks her about her feud with Taylor Swift.
I forgive her and I'm sorry for anything I ever did. And I hope the same from her. And I think it's actually like, I think it's time. There are bigger fish to fry and there are real problems in the world. I really truly want to come together and in a place of love and forgiveness and understanding and compassion.
I get the feeling that she is still not aware that Taylor has released her entire back catalog onto streaming. Well, actually, an hour later, she does an interview with NBC and they spill the tea.
So her releasing her back catalog of music on streaming services
What?
the same day your album,
I don't know.
Didn't bother you?
I don't know. I could only do me.
Back in the kitchen, one of her chefs offers to make her some food, which she declines because she wants to wait for the dinner party.
I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna eat because I need to do a lot of listening tonight rather than talking.
But then she grabs a snack from the fridge 1 minute later.
Tams, where's my snack? Here. Yes. Oh. Bon appetit. I need a snack.
Katy then does an intimate rehearsal with some of her fans.
Yes, queens!
Once again, promoting her music. Katy then gets changed for dinner and I have to show this clip in entirety, but I have doubled the speed to avoid copyright, as well as for comedic effect.
Well done, mama.
Katy then has her dinner party with America Ferrera as co-host.
The woman of the hour. I'm ready to see America. Speaking of America, let's give America a chance. America! America Ferrera! Yes! Welcome, my queen!
This looks like America's character in the Barbie movie talking with Weird Barbie. While Katy and her guests are taking their seats for dinner, an artist called Blue Logan rings the doorbell, but Katy just thinks it's a glitch, so she doesn't go to welcome him.
Look, isn't that amazing? Wait! Someone else here? Someone else here? Sometimes there's a malfunction, you know? I need to like update the operating system. They're like, what? Oh yes, of course. Okay, all right, I'm here. I'm just getting my notes.
The topic of the dinner party is all about representation and the advocacy of law reform, so Katy spends most of the dinner quiet. After the dinner, Katy winds down by getting her mouth fingered by an osteopath.
Yeah, so that's super tight. So let's do it gently, because I don't want you to cry.
Ow!
I'm gonna go on this side just to help your glands, just to give them a bit of a... Yeah, so you are. So we don't want to keep eating sugar, because this will get worse.
Okay.
She then has a pajama party where fans get to intimately listen to songs from Witness and ask questions. My biggest strife with this was that this was being filmed at 1 a.m. to 3 a.m. LA time. Katy would have been so exhausted. These fans had probably been waiting around for hours as things kept on getting delayed. However, this is live all over the world, so places like Europe and Asia would be awake for this, and let me tell you, Katy is not afraid to clock her fans.
You're definitely getting clocked, honey.
I am.
Wait, guys. Welcome to the conversation.
Major primary school teacher energy. Katy then gets ready for bed, but before the mic feed cuts out, we are told that James Corden is showing up at 10 a.m. tomorrow morning.
So Corden's coming in at 10. Do you want me to get you up earlier so you can change?
Katy then goes to bed at 3 a.m. in the morning. Nugget is an absolute menace while she is trying to sleep. The following morning, Katy is woken up by James Corden to play Fill Your Guts or Spill Your Guts.
Fetch.
Okay.
Katy asks James who is the most boring guest he has ever had on the show. He chooses to eat the cow tongue instead of answering the question. This was a relatively tame question. He could have made a diplomatic answer up. James then asks Katy the worst question to ever ask a singer that goes on world tours.
What is your least favorite city to perform in?
She opts to take the soy sauce and mayo shot, and I'm not even joking. This sounds delicious to me. Am I the only one? Katy then asks James who he has turned down to do carpool karaoke.
The Wanted. Do you remember them?
You're gonna laugh about this? Okay, hold on. There are fans of The Wanted right now that are coming for James Corden.
Well, I'll happily meet all 7 of them in the parking lot.
James then asks Katy to rank 3 of her lovers from best to worst in bed.
John Mayer, Diplo, and Orlando Bloom.
During this time, Orlando and Katy were broken up. From worst to best, she ranks them Diplo, Orlando, and then John. Katy then asks James who he has a better bromance with, Harry Styles or Justin Bieber. James refuses to answer, so he drinks bird saliva. James then asks Katy someone who she thinks is famous without any talent.
President of the United States.
Katy then gets back into bed to say good morning to every single person in the live chat.
Hi. Hi, Jay. Mr. Selena. Hi. Hi. Good morning. Hi.
In every single language.
Guten Morgen. Shalom. Ni hao. Merhaba. Labas. Wie geht's? Buenos dias. Mortalenda, I know. Good day. Good day, mate.
She then shows us this talent where she can imitate a frog.
So strange. Oh my god, nobody's gonna have sex with me now.
Katy then gets her makeup done by YouTube makeup artist Patrick Starr. RuPaul then comes over for lunch. Katy is still getting glam by Patrick, so RuPaul is impatiently ringing that doorbell. Liquid.
I'm coming.
She's coming.
My bra strap. I'm coming.
Do you want water?
I'm coming. Oh my god. Let me in. Let
my people free!
RuPaul and Katy have a conversation about pride, individuality, self-love, and of course, he spreads his obsession with the Disney Channel preteen sitcom Shake It Up, which I've done a video on. You should definitely go watch it.
So I just want some tips, because you are a really fair judge.
I don't know about that. YouTube personality Liza Koshy then comes around to the house. Katy has no idea who Liza is.
Yeah, no, I know. Lisa, right?
Liza.
I'm so sorry. Welcome, Liza Koshy.
So she uses a cue card.
This is Liza Koshy, and she is one of your favorite YouTubers.
Katy's friends Johnny and Marcus also come over. While Katy is in the kitchen getting her guests drinks, Liza whispers to her friends that Katy obviously did not need a cue card for them.
She said all of that without a card. Look at that. I know.
Hi.
She likes you guys.
The group then reacts to a bunch of old Katy Perry music videos. There are technical difficulties with the television.
Here's my friend Kesha that I love so much.
Oh.
I love her so.
Heart. I remember her.
I just want to. Can I? This isn't.
Oh no.
This heart.
Technical difficulties.
Technical difficulties. We're gonna have to wait. Logan, he is an incredible artist. He came in and he did a painting in his.
Is that like as you guys were having dinner?
Did you ever have braces and headgear? No, I've never had braces. Couldn't afford them.
Right.
Thanks for bringing it up. Look at this lower teeth. Look at my teeth. I hope there's something in them.
There's like stuff in her teeth.
I think I'm bragging about that.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah,
pause.
buddy.
I just want to say that was probably my skinniest. Keep going.
Jeremy Scott and David Bond from the Trevor Project also come over to talk about where LGBT youth can get support. She then does another rehearsal.
The reason why we like to go into our bathrooms to sing is because, I don't know what it is, the tile. The bathrooms are like the best place to sing, the shower's the best place to sing. It's all that tile. It makes it all sound like you're like singing in the Notre Dame, you know?
Michael Ian Black then comes over to do a podcast. He rings the doorbell 4 times before she realizes that he has arrived.
Can I get a witness?
We are late. Lady Perry in the house. I'm always late.
Can I get
Are
a
you my
witness?
muffin? Well, can you imagine what her mother feels like? You know.
Can I get a witness?
I get the vibe that he is peeved off by the delays. Aya had already confirmed that they were running 2.5 hours behind, which meant that Michael had been waiting there for at least 3 hours.
This is Michael Ian Black. He is here. He has a really interesting, amazing, funny podcast. Sure. It's called How to Be Amazing.
And you're gonna be my guest.
And I'm gonna be the guest.
During the podcast, Katy is drinking coffee after saying the morning prior that she no longer drinks coffee.
I'm drinking this green drink that I really love. I don't drink coffee anymore because it makes me crash hard.
To be fair, can you blame her? This is the most tiring thing ever.
That's what this whole project is about, is to be a witness. And I think we're all a witness. Some of us are active witnesses, you know.
Can I get a witness?
Kacey Musgraves then comes over to hang out at 8 p.m. Once again, they are running 2 hours behind schedule, so Kacey would have showed up expecting to go live at 6 p.m. Kacey accidentally drops the F-bomb.
I was like, I love this. Oh.
Katy wants production to play a video, but they are struggling to figure out how to play it on the television.
I can go for it, but
Guys?
whatever's easy.
Hello?
Yep.
What's up?
Yep.
Yes or no?
Yeah,
Start-
it's
Can we
happening.
start it now, please?
Yep.
So let's show this clip right now. We're just gonna stare at the wall.
It's a cool picture.
Thanks. The problem is like when I go out for the third time, you know, Mama is not having
ain't
it.
happy.
Mama is not having it.
Mama.
We're trying to share some stories. We're trying to uplift and empower. You can hear me on the microphone. Mama is not having it. She has had it for the third time. Aya.
We're trying.
Oh, really?
Let's just say there were a few technical difficulties during Witness Worldwide. Kacey shares the behind-the-scenes story about her song Follow Your Arrow, a country song that shows support for the homosexuals. The song was originally pitched during a session for Katy's Prism album, however, Katy insisted that Kacey keep the song for herself.
And
I thought it was brilliant.
I had
and it
to,
wasn't like me
convince-
saying, it wasn't me saying keep it, you know, that internet
Why-
lingo.
Yeah.
It wasn't that at all. It was really me just saying, look, no, this is special.
Like, you should say this.
This is special, and this is for you, and like, it was a brilliant little nugget.
Katy then says this.
Go Predators!
Yeah.
Go Predators!
For context, she was talking about the Nashville hockey team. Katy then hosts a political dinner party. The guests are Margaret Cho, Caitlyn Jenner, Van Jones, Anna Navarro, Sally Cohen, Young Skeeter, and Amanda Seales. The footage from this dinner party is mainly lost footage. Even though it is one of the hot topics of the entire live stream, you cannot find a video of the full dinner anywhere on the internet. I could only find 7 minutes of the entire footage. Caitlyn Jenner was the lone supporter of Donald Trump at the party and had a very ignorant take on government and how it affects everyday life.
I have had nothing of similarity to your experience in this country. Literally
Our country
nothing.
has
And
failed us.
Caitlyn's takes definitely triggered a lot of people at the table, including Amanda, that later spoke about the dinner party on her podcast.
But it was a difficult dinner for me because it was like so many of us experience at these dinners where it's not just about people expecting you to be polite, but it's more so like everybody is pretending. And it's like, so you need to be pretending too. And every time I would try and speak at that dinner, like I couldn't even like hold my frustration and I couldn't even like hold my anger in. And I think that was just like very shocking for folks. And it would end up getting squashed, or it would end up being like, you know, it's kind of dismissed, or it would end up being just like shushed in a way, right? Like, okay, Amanda, we hear you. You know? And I was just like, y'all.
Gigi Gorgeous and her friends then come over to watch her movie, This Is Everything, a YouTube original being promoted on another YouTube original. Cross-promotion slay!
Wow. That was amazing.
I'm so happy you got to see it and want you to watch it.
And also, I'm just so glad that people like you exist so that other people can have heroes and have.
Katy, incredibly tired, then gets to go to bed. Katy was so tired that she slept until midday. She is woken up by a choir that sings a mashup of her songs. As soon as she lifts her head, you can see the blue stain left on the pillow from her hair dye.
An era of purposeful pop. So her releasing her back catalog of music on streaming services the same day your album, didn't bother you?
Is math related to science? I like to move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it.
She had pancake art for breakfast with different celebrity faces on them. Katy requests a Rihanna, Gaga, and Madonna pancake.
Can you do a Rihanna pancake, please? They also would like a Gaga pancake and a Madonna pancake if you have enough. My queens. And let's not forget Beyonce.
After breakfast, while she is getting her glam on, Pentatonix surprise her.
Are we crazy?
She just wants a break, you guys. I don't have any footage of it, but Katy does some vocal practice and then she makes her way to her finale concert.
Let's go play a show. Let's go play a show. Bye. 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 Bye.
She performs a medley of songs that are leading into her pulling the plug of the live stream.
Should we pull the plug?
She proceeds to pull the most oversized plug and the live stream cuts to static. And that is the end of Witness Worldwide.
Thank God.
What did this live stream accomplish exactly? It's hard to tell. Witness did hit #1 on the charts, however, it probably would have gone #1 even if she did not do this live stream. There are two ways to look at Witness Worldwide, the first being that it promoted her album. Katy was still able to do all of the other things that most other artists do to promote their albums, doing television interviews, radio interviews, performances, but Witness Worldwide times the promotion by 100. The 49 million people across the world that clicked into the live stream were exposed to the album, whether it was through the songs being played in the background, Katy name dropping the album whenever she could, and even the aesthetic of the house was constantly reminding you of the album. The other way to look at Witness Worldwide was that it distracted people from the album. Arguably, Witness Worldwide took attention away from people listening to the album. Generally, people can only dedicate a certain amount of time to one thing. If people were watching hours of Witness Worldwide, it would be an incredibly tough sell to get those same people to dedicate an extra hour of their time listening to more Katy Perry. Also, the songs from the album were constantly being played in the background, so people did not need to go and stream them. They had already heard them several times while watching Witness Worldwide, and those listens did not count towards the charts. I would argue that Witness Worldwide did more harm to Katy Perry's career than good. To an unbiased person, people would be looking at Katy Perry on this live stream as unserious, goofy, energetic, just like a normal, authentic human being. However, in the Katy Perry zeitgeist in 2017, Katy Perry was cringe.
Do I have to get married?
Answer
Again!
Yeah.
Because of this, the most popular clips were Katy Perry crying in therapy or looking stupid with Neil deGrasse Tyson. People used Witness Worldwide as a way to validate their hate for Katy Perry instead of looking at her as a multi-dimensional human being. I don't think Katy Perry left Witness Worldwide being more liked than when she entered. Furthermore, as much as Witness Worldwide was about promotion for her album, it was just as much promotion for all of her guests, their documentaries, TV shows, podcasts, artwork, food, charities, and organizations. This was a fantastic platform to promote all of these things, but did they detract from the main thing that needed promotion? Witness.
What is the name of the big star in our solar system?
Katy Perry.
I want to end this video with a quote by Sarah Daffy. She said Katy Perry committed a celebrity crime, the deepest and dirtiest of them all. She chose to be honest. Thank you guys so much for watching. A reminder that I have a Patreon where I'm posting exclusive content, and if you sign up for free, I will add you to my close friends list on Instagram. You will get access to the secret life of Hugo Henderson. How glamorous! Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and heck, why not share with your friends? And I'll see you in the next one. See ya!
I like to move it, move it. 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 I like to move it.